Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm back with a very tasty and easy mutton biryani recipe. So let's get started. I have 2 kgs of mutton. I've marinated it with haldi, 1 tablespoon of haldi and 1 tablespoon of salt for half an hour, and then I've washed it thoroughly, and now I'll be adding it to the cooker. I've done this step in order to remove the stink of mutton. If you're okay with it, then you can avoid this step. After adding in all the mutton to the cooker, I'll be adding in few more ingredients, that is 1 small onion sliced long, 2 small sticks of cinnamon, 1 star, 1 bay leaf, 4 to 5 cloves, 2 green chili slit, 1 small tomato sliced long. I'll be adding 1.5 teaspoon of salt. You can add salt as per your taste. And the final ingredient is ginger garlic paste. Mix all these ingredients really well. I have 2 kg of mutton here. So you can add as per the quantity you have. Mix it thoroughly and I'll allow it to cook for 3 to 4 whistles on a medium flame. Simultaneously, I'll be cooking the rice as well. So I've taken 5 cups of rice. I'll be adding water and then I'll be adding around 2.5 tablespoon of salt. To this I'll add few more ingredients. That is around 2 small sticks of cinnamon, half teaspoon of fennel seeds and half teaspoon of jeera seeds. 1 star and 2 elaichi, around 3 to 4 cloves, 1 bay leaf, and the final ingredient is oil. So I'll be adding 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. You can add ghee as well. This is in order to help the rice not to get stick to each other. So that's the reason I'll be adding 3 tablespoons of oil. If you don't want to add oil, you can add 1 lime as well. So it's up to your either lime or oil. Now ensure the rice is cooked 80%. Once it's cooked, strain the excess water and keep this aside. Now to a vessel, I'll be adding some oil. To this I'll add around 10 cashews and fry it until golden brown. Once it's fried, I'll remove them and keep them aside. To the same oil, I'll be adding around 15 to 20 raisins, frying them well until it swirls up, and then I'll be taking it out and keeping it aside. This is for the final stage of garnishing. To the same kadai, I'll be adding around half teaspoon of jeera seeds, 1 small stick of cinnamon, 1 bay leaf, 1 star, 3 to 4 cloves, and frying them well for a minute. Once it gets fried, I'll be adding the chopped onions. I have around 6 large onions chopped. Fry it well until golden brown. Once the onion gets transparent, I'll be adding 3 green chilies slit and frying them well. After frying it for 15 minutes, I'll be taking around 5 to 6 tablespoons of onions and keeping them aside. Now this is for the masala. Keep frying rest of the onions until golden brown. Once it gets fried, I'll be adding around 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. Now fry it really well until the raw smell of ginger garlic paste goes away. I'll be frying it roughly for 3 minutes on a medium flame. Now once this is done, I'll be adding around 3 large tomatoes sliced long, To this I'll be adding few other masalas, that is 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of jeera powder and 2 teaspoon of chili powder. I'm using Kashmiri chili powder. Fry it well until the tomatoes get pureed. Now on the other side, I'll be keeping a masala ready. To this I'll be adding one big bunch of coriander leaves, handful of pudina leaf, around 10 cashew nuts and the fried onions which we had kept aside earlier. To this I'll add around 4 green chilies. If you want it more spicy you can add more. And around 3/4 cup of mutton soup. Grind it and keep it aside. Now the tomatoes have been completely pureed. So to this I'll be adding the grinded masala. Now fry it well until the color changes. It should turn out dark green color. So fry it until then. Once it gets fried for around 5 minutes, add the cooked mutton and mix it well. To this I'll be adding 2 teaspoons of Shan biryani powder. Now this is completely optional. Only if you have it you can add it, or you can add any other biryani masalas whichever you have. I'll cover it with a lid and allow it to cook for 5 minutes. Keep stirring every now and then. At this stage you can add the salt as per your taste. I'll be adding roughly around 1.5 tablespoon of salt. Give it a good mix and cover it with the lid and allow it to steam for 5 minutes. Once the oil releases on top, that shows that the masala has been perfectly cooked. Now I'll be adding the rice which we had cooked earlier on top of the masala. You can layer it separately as to one layer of mutton and then rice and then one layer of mutton and on top you can add rice. But I'll be doing it this way because this is much easier. Adding all the rice, now spreading it evenly and pressing it a bit, that's it. Now to this on top I'll be adding the fried cashew nut and the raisins. For the color, I will not use any artificial colors. I've taken half glass of milk and I've added around half teaspoon of haldi powder to it. And then I've mixed it really well and I'll be adding that on top. You can use kesar as well if you have. If you don't have, you can follow this step. On top, I'll be garnishing with some coriander leaves. If you have fried onions, you can use that as well. I'll be not garnishing it with the fried onions. I'll be just using coriander leaves and adding around 3 tablespoons of ghee on top. Now for the dum, I've covered the lid with a cotton cloth and I'll be pressurizing the lid and covering it tightly to the vessel. So on a very low flame, I'll allow it to dum for 15 minutes and then don't open it for other 15 minutes. Just allow it to steam on dum and then you can open and it's perfectly cooked. The masala, the rice, it's so aromatic, so tasty and so good. Trust me, there's no smell of haldi in this biryani. Do try this technique and let me know your review on it. It tastes super duper yum. Be aware of your quantity and add the ingredients accordingly and I bet you this biryani will turn out to be super good. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you.